Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we're shining a spotlight on a local gem, Dynasty Epoxy. They are Kentuckiana's leading epoxy flooring specialist. They transform any of your spaces into stunning masterpieces. Whether it's your garage, basement, or any other living space, they've got you covered. They've been perfecting their craft for over a decade, and with more than 30 years of combined experience on their team, with twin owners Seth and Phil, not only will you receive exceptional service, but you will also receive double the quality. For your free on-site quote, call 502-264-8808. Dynasty Epoxy. Skip the headache. Call the best. And we're back in the Brock Bourbon Bar, and we are drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
What kind of whiskey, Barbara?
Well, we've got a Twice Barreled Tennessee whiskey from Jack Daniel's. It's their Heritage Barrel Rye. Comes in at 100 proof. Yeah, that's about it.
100 proof. What's up with that?
Okay, so there's itty bitty letters here. Hold on here.
Itty bitty. Do we need to give that to somebody that can see?
I think so.
No.
Looks like we do.
She says she got it.
I got it. So it is a straight rye whiskey aged in new oak barrels and then matured in our handmade heritage barrels, which are heavily toasted and lightly charred to create a unique flavor.
Well, there we go. So it's basically like a double oak
Yeah,
Jack Daniels.
basically. Okay. Yeah, but it's a
All
rye.
right. That's a rye.
Yeah, my kind of
Fair enough.
My kind of jam.
And
So
it's Unique.
So it's kind of like the not in tournament,
Correct.
32 whiskey, the Jack
Yep.
Daniels bonded rye.
Correct.
There we go. Hot dang. But it's double oaked.
Hey, this baby's dark.
It is
it's
dark.
Beautiful.
It's got a beautiful color.
I do like it.
Got lovely legs.
Oh, dude, the nose on this thing. It's money.
Oh,
A little bit
man.
of banana nut bread.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say it is rich and sweet.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
It's got a
What's
lot
that
of like
spice?
caramel. It's
Yeah.
got some cinnamon.
Yeah.
A little bit of what I would call like allspice or like
Yeah.
a
Maybe
apple
a little
pie spice
yeah,
type thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, who's diving in for the first sip? First pull.
Does anybody else have any notes on the nose?
That's right. Dan's studying, man.
He is.
Dan is studying the viscosity and the legs that thing's got.
And they're
Kofi's
absolutely gorgeous.
Kofi's hitting the wheel over there.
I'm sniffing away.
And
Really sniffing away. I'm trying to still.
There is something sweet that's in here.
oh yeah.
I almost want to say cinnamon, but I don't think it is. I think it's something that's a little sweeter than that.
Dude, that's really good.
Okay, I haven't pulled yet.
It's got more spice than I was expecting, based on the bottled and bond, the Jack Daniel's bonded rye. But dude,
Oh man.
that's got like a nice like mellow spice on the front palate. It goes straight into that
Oh yeah.
like spiced bread. Like the banana doesn't come through as much on the palate, but ooh. All right, pull number 2.
Yeah, I just did pull number 2. Yeah, that's my kind of barrel.
So that baking spice I'm trying to pick up at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's as much the allspice and stuff as it
No.
was on the nose
It
as it
almost
is on the palate.
feels like it could be like cardamom and ginger.
Yeah, that I could probably attest to that.
And the ginger would also pull in some of the
Is there
spice.
Is there not a light amount of clove though, like or that tobacco-y like? Remember those DeJoram cigarettes, the little clove cigarettes?
I do.
Like
No.
that to me, it's got a little bit of that like numb, like tingled spice in there. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like a muled.
yeah.
It's definitely a tingled spice.
Yeah.
My mid palate is still tingling.
Yeah, I'm in the aromatic, earthy range, so
Okay.
I'm feeling what could be tobacco, but I
Yeah.
felt the clove. Definitely.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit of clove in there.
But so you've had DeJorams then,
I have,
Kofi.
I
So
have.
are you getting a similar like profile on that, especially like the mid palate? Like that's
Let me get back to
that's
you on
fine.
this.
Dive back in.
yeah, dive. God,
I'm going in for
I
pull
love
3.
this one.
It's solid. It's a solid
This
little
one's
pour.
really good. It doesn't drink 100.
So funny.
Yeah.
Like the initial like punch.
Yeah.
Feels a little hotter than 100. Mm-hmm. But the mid palate and the finish.
Yeah.
It drinks like 80 proof.
Yeah.
It's weird, but there's so much weird like spice that I can't pinpoint, and like that's the closest thing I can come to is kind of that like
Jorum.
clovey, like
Yeah.
DeJoram types cigarette or cigarillo or whatever they were called.
Yeah, I would get I
It's
go
not
with you.
quite that, but it's in that
No.
ballpark.
Yeah, it's way to me. This is earthier than that. The
Yeah.
drum's a little sweeter.
Sweeter, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm with you.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
clove.
I love this one though.
It's pretty solid.
Absolutely.
The clove was the strongest note that I got from this, so I'm happy
Okay.
you brought it up.
Nice.
Dan? Are you still?
He's got a lot popping on.
Rarely
that
is
tongue.
Dan speechless. I don't know what's going on over here with my buddy.
Tastes so good.
It does. It has a to your point. It hits the front of your palate, kind of strong. It mellows out in the mid palate, and you're right. It doesn't feel like it's 100 proof after that. I'm still trying to specify all the different flavors that are in there. I mean, there is an amalgamation of spices in here.
Yeah.
It's difficult to pinpoint. Clove, I don't know.
It's complex. I'll tell you,
very-
for a 100 proof rye that's been double oaked
Yeah.
or toasted double oaked, it's definitely got some complexity that I wasn't expecting.
I've still got something sweet on the nose, and I can't pinpoint what it is.
I'm glad you also mentioned how that first wave is pretty strong.
Yeah.
I've grown to love the ryes more, but yes, the spice of that rye is like. Whoosh-yung.
So the funny thing is, it's probably not quite as much the rye spice as it is the actual spice from the oak. And
Yeah.
that being that double barrel
Yeah.
or being barreled that second time.
That's probably why it's such a difficult mix to pinpoint.
It might be.
Because of that.
I just keep going back to the nose. So the more I like it in, get it on the tip of your nose. Like don't get your nose all the way in the glass, but literally just put it right on the tip.
Ooh.
It's almost like a banana tobacco. Like it's
Yeah.
really weird.
I just smelled the tobacco when you said just put it on the tip.
Wow. And it's a pretty strong tobacco.
It is, yeah. So that's why I said I was having a hard time, and that's the reason I
Wow.
kept going back. And I was like, well, is it the DeJourne? Because I'm getting kind of that clovey-like scent.
Right.
And then when I get that, so it's I think the
wow.
nose is really influencing me in this situation
Yeah.
on my palate. So
You are picking up I do sense the sweet, but I think your ability to detect banana is stronger than me. But yes, I hear you there.
I don't know.
Tobacco is definitely prominent for me.
I got the banana more when it was a much fuller glass. Now I'm getting a whole lot more of that heavy tobacco, but it's
Sweet tobacco,
yeah,
yeah.
it's the sweet tobacco.
Yeah, 100%.
That's probably the sweet that I'm in.
Yeah.
Might be. I don't know. It's all crazy. So,
I don't know. Very
all right.
solid pour.
So we don't have this to go up against anything. So let's flavor this on a scale of 1 to what do we do? 5 or 10?
Whatever.
Let's do 10s. That gives us a little bit
Okay.
more variance to kind of play
Alrighty.
with in that situation. So what would everybody rate this on a scale from 1 to 10?
All right. Peanut Gallery is going. We've got an 8. We got an 2 8s.
I would
I'm
go
not
with an
looking-
8.
I'm not going with Jared,
I'm in the 8 group.
but he originally put up a 7.
Yeah.
7 over here for Johnny. I'm going an 8.
Yeah, I mean
This one's solid.
so I'm kind of in between you guys. I think I'm like a 7.5, 7.7, somewhere in that realm.
No,
You
that's
know.
Yeah.
that's an 8.
I mean, well, listen, dude. When you start going on a 10-point scale, like you've got to give some variance in there, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
Well, we might as well have gone to a 20-point scale the way you just did it.
Yeah.
Nah.
then it would be probably like a 15.2 or 15.4.
I knew it.
All right. Woody, but
Math
you.
is my friend, so
Dan.
No,
Hey.
math is your wife.
that's true.
I'm going to probably put this at an 8.
Eight.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You?
I was already 8. I
Oh,
led
okay.
with that.
I
Come
missed
on,
that.
Barbara. And you were an 8 too.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
You're one bringing down the
I-
curve here.
I think the 8s have it.
I said
I
there
do
was
too.
a
No,
couple.
it's a
There were a bunch of
7.9.
8s back here.
It's probably like
Yeah.
a 7.9. Yeah, there was a couple of 7s. There
Yeah.
was a bunch of 8s.
Yeah.
So I think we're right in that 7.7 to 7.8.
Yeah.
7.9 range.
What gives me the 8 is the complexity of the whole
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
no.
the whole palate.
It is so complex.
I think for me, the only reason that I wouldn't have rated it in an 8 was because of the fact that I felt like it was a little lacking on the finish. Like
Okay.
for a rye, I would typically want something to give you a little bit more of that hug.
Yeah, there was no hug.
Yeah, I mean it was super super smooth and
Yeah.
sweet. So
Yeah, that's why I think I favor it.
Yeah.
It's true. I like how it let me go.
yeah, just let you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Well, that's our review of the Jack Daniel's Twice Barreled Special Release. If you want to find Bourbon Barrel Talk, you can find us on Facebook, the Instagram, or the X. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you can get our episodes as soon as they're hit the market, whether it's on, Spotify, iTunes, whatever. So this is Scott, Kofi, Barbara, and Dan signing off. Peace.
Peace out.
Outa.